Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Antos, and today's video I'm gonna review a cool follow focus system. It's a wireless follow focus system from Wondlan. This system is something I would say that you definitely want to get, or any wireless follow focus system if you're gonna ever operate a camera, let's say on a steadicam or a 3-axis camera stabilizer, or maybe a crane, and anywhere basically where you can't physically put your hands on the lens to actually control the focus of your shots. You want to have something where you can wirelessly, like I said, pull focus. And this system, it's fairly inexpensive compared to those big Hollywood kind of rigs. And it's pretty cool because it comes all together in this little case, and it has everything really that you need. All right, so the main thing that it comes with is here it's your sort of a control console and the / transmitter. So here, just like any follow focus, you have the ring. You can put marks on the side here, and this way you can directly control the focus. Now you also have different memory presets, so you can preset positions for different focus points. So when you hit this button, the focus will go to there. I myself, I mean, it's a cool function to have, but I find still that the best way to do pull focus is to actually have somebody physically move it, because even when you're working in like a rehearsed scenario like a film set, sometimes the actors don't hit their marks exactly, and so having these memory presets, like I said, it's unless maybe you're shooting still objects or landscape or something, it's not really going to be that useful. But it is there, the option. You can record your focus pulling, and also you have your replay speed here dial. But I'm not really going to be concentrating on that. I'm just going to show you overall how the whole system works. What I like about it is it is pretty self-contained, meaning that it's this is really all you need to pull focus. The batteries are in here. It's actually just a regular 9-volt battery, but the system comes with 9-volt rechargeable batteries, and then you can here just plug in a DC plug. It comes with the adapter, and this way you can recharge the batteries. Or also, if for example you're in the middle of filming, and let's say you can't plug into a power outlet, or you can't you don't have time to recharge it, then you can plug in any other kind of portable battery solution, like for example a V-mount battery, and you just plug it into the breaker box on the V-mount battery mount. So anyways, so this is the whole control / transmitter system. Here's the receiver. So the receiver sort of works in the same way, has the built-in 9-volt battery, and it's pretty straightforward. It just has two LED lights. One is for the power and one for the signal. Just lets you know if you have enough juice in the batteries, and also if you have enough signal connection with the transmitter. And then here you have your signal output, and that will go to the motor. And this is actually what you would put on your lens to make sure that it's you can pull the focus. So it comes attached to this 15mm rail mount, and we'll just put it up here. And once you have it there in place, what you need to do is you need to connect this cable here to the follow focus receiver. So this is how it goes in here. And that's pretty much the majority of your setup. Now, if you want to, you have you can mount this box many different ways. It actually also comes with a little IR transmitter. So if you're using it, let's say with Canon cameras, or Nikon DSLR cameras, you can use it to remotely basically trigger your camera and take photos with your camera. Again, you basically just end up hitting the record button, and that's kind of how it does it for you. Now, if you want to use this still photo function, then you got to make sure that this basically IR transmitter is pointing directly at the IR receiver in your camera. So in some cameras, depends if it's Nikon or Canon, might be on the left or the right side of the lens. Now I'm using this with the red camera here, so I don't need to really need to worry about this. So I can mount this anywhere. I can mount it here on top of my camera. I can mount it here in the back. I can just use some Velcro and put it in the back, so it's out of the way. Now, if you do want to mount it using the rails, then again it comes with a little rail mount, and then here you have 2 screws. You can mount it onto this box, and you can mount it here, so it kind of sticks out to the side. Or let's say if you have rails on top, you can do that, or on the back. Again, that for me that's that's not necessary. So I'll just up here right now, just put it here behind the camera. And again, it's a complete kit, so it comes even with this little Phillips head screwdriver, so you can adjust all the mounts, and also if you want to open the compartment for the batteries. And it comes with you know, little extra screws in case you lose them. Plus you also get this you know, different gear pitch ring. This one is so you can use it with other cinema lenses or DSLR lenses that have basically smaller gears. But the one that's mounted right now is the I think 0.08, which is the standard cinema, you know, gear pitch. Now, in case, for example, you don't have cinema lenses which have the, you know, the gear ring on it, and you want to use just standard, you know, DSLR lenses, then this kit also comes with this, you know, gear ring, and it's, you know, it's adjustable, so you can easily just, you know, adjust it to any diameter of, you know, depending on what the diameter of your lens is. And just tighten it around your lens here, and suddenly now you can use it with the follow focus. We'll just grip onto this gear, and again, you can buy more of these, or you can actually buy, you know, other ones that I for example prefer the ones that have like kind of this lower profile. You can get those for around $10 on Amazon. If you want to find out, you know, all the details of where you can buy all that stuff, just check out the links on my website at tomantosfilms.com. Now, using the system is pretty straightforward. You know, turn on your transmitter, your receiver also, just hit the power on switch. You know, you should get the signal, the blue LED light on, and also the power on. If the power is not on, obviously you got to change your batteries, and the signal, if it's not on, either something's interfering with the signal, or, you know, or you're basically just too far away from the transmitter. And now, you know, when you want to start using it, you kind of want to rotate it clockwise all the way here, this ring. And once you have it in a position, you press 1 and 4, and you hold it for a moment, and you're going to see the gears, you know, kind of switch. And once that happens, then you know you're connected, and now you can just easily turn this knob, and focus, you know, in your camera will adjust. So pretty straightforward. Now, you know, obviously if you're going to be using a wireless follow focus system, it would be also good if you can, you know, if you can also see exactly what you're focusing on. So if you, for example, let's say the camera's on a steadicam, you know, or on a crane or something, you know, if it has a sideway monitor mounted, then you can just walk, you know, next to the camera, and you can just watch the monitor. Or if you're really good at pulling focus, you can just go by the marks on the side of the lens. Again, if you're using, you know, that's if you're using cinema lenses. If you're using DSLR lenses, the marks are always on the top, and they're not really marked very well for, you know, pulling focus on the go. So then you would definitely need a wireless video system, so that you can basically feed your video signals live from the camera, you know, to a portable monitor. And I actually put together a little system like that myself for fairly cheap. And here's the little monitor that I built with this little cage for it, and you know, this whole system will cost you around $300. If you guys want to see all the details of how I put it together, where I bought all the parts, etc., then again go to my website. And you know, when I use it in conjunction with this wireless, you know, focus system, I again just Velcro this transmitter here. I put some Velcro on the side of my monitor, just attach it here. And now I can be basically holding this and, you know, watching the screen and just pulling focus. Now the last thing I guess I can say is overall I'm really happy with this wireless follow focus. You know, it hasn't failed me yet. It works great. The only thing that, you know, as you probably guys heard, the motor does produce a bit of a noise. Now if the camera is, like I said, is far away on a crane or somewhere, you're not going to really, you know, you're not going to hear it. And in most cases where you're running with the camera on a steadicam or something, it's not an issue. But if you wanted to use this in a very quiet, sort of an intimate sort of a scene setting, it might cause problems. So again, for music video or anywhere, you know, where you're not recording audio, it's not a problem. If you're recording audio, in some cases it's not super overly loud, but in some cases it might cause problems with the audio. So it's just something to keep in mind. And I guess that's sort of the difference between the sort of cheaper, you know, wireless follow focus systems versus the ones that cost, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 or even more in some cases. Again, I'll just let you guys listen here. I'll get closer with the mic so you can hear just how bad I guess this thing is. So you hear the motors for sure moving, but like I said, if you're maybe like 6-7 feet away, and you know, if you're recording audio, you know, on a separate boom or lav mic, I don't think it would be an issue, but you know, it's just something to keep in mind. But otherwise, the system works great, and like I said, it's very simple to use, pretty sturdy, and it's cool because it comes with the whole case and really everything else that you need, so you can easily pack it up and transport it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video review. If you guys want more information about where to get the follow focus system, or you know, how I put it together with the video system, the wireless video system, then check out my website at tomantosfilms.com. I also have other tutorials, gear reviews there, as well as some films and some you know, exclusive filmmaking tutorials that I sell. Thank you, and see you next time.